so Sasha's already prepped her skin with some moisturiser from The Ordinary, and I'm going to use NYX primer. And now I'm going to use Maybelline New Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser.
I love this stuff, it's so good.
It is, it's like instantly removes. I'm going to start with her eyebrows, and Sasha doesn't like a too full eyebrow. So I'm just going to use the Revolution palette in the shade Fair to Medium to create a natural looking brow and just fill in more of the sparse areas. And I try to keep the product away from the front of the brow and just use what's ever left over at the end for that part. Use this spoolie to see if there's any more sparse places that I've missed. There's a little bit here that I've missed. And then just with what's left on the brush, just create a little bit at the front.
Yeah.
So I'm using Revolution Conceal and Define to carve out her brows today.
What colour are you going for?
This is shade 6.5. I mainly like to carve out underneath, but I do go a little bit on top, but not as much on top, so it blends easier into the foundation. Oh, and the brush I'm using is just out of the Urban Decay Naked palette. I'm just going to add a little bit more onto her lids to cover up any veins and redness.
Because I've got loads of veins.
Yours aren't that bad.
I've got like thread veins on my nose here. Have you?
No. Oh, again, just using that little sponge to blend that in.
I forgot to tell you, the makeup artist yesterday at work, she was down to the last 12 on Glow Up, and she was nearly in it, so she met like all the contestants like she was working with like in every stage, and she knew them all.
It's in the Kylie Cosmetics bronze palette, I think. I don't know, I've had it for ages, and using that white shade. So we'll just put a light layer and dust it on.
And look at the state of you. Garden furniture fail. Get to B&Q. Our stylish, versatile dahlia range is perfect for entertaining. It's made from hardware and acacia wood.
This advert.
Before I start with the eyes, I'm going to use Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade...
Benefit Give Me Brows.
Give Me Brow. I think it's shade 3 or 3.5. Just so her hairs don't come down when I'm working with the eyeshadow. And they'll stay upwards. So I keep the hairs going in the same direction, upwards. Like reddy browns, that kind of look today. So I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I use this palette so much. And I'm going to dip into sandalwood and henna on my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. I just got this in a palette as well, but it's really good for crease colours on this side. And tap the excess off, because you'd rather start with less product and build it up than go in really heavy and have to blend it out for ages. So start right in the crease and blend it so it doesn't go too high to the brow, so there's an obvious space between the colour and the brow. I'm going to go into Man Eater out of this palette, which is more red, and tap it off and just put this right into the crease just to deepen it and add some reddy tones in there. And focus it more on the outer third of the crease. And bring it down onto the lid. So there's less product on this inner third by her corner. So just going to go back over here. Blend here, just so there's no harsh lines. like that. And the same on this eyelid brow. So the nude Huda Beauty palette into Crave and Fantasy. See, and mix them two together. They're so nice, so nice. So I'm just gonna.
How do they like
use a different
put them?
colours?
Like
It's
no,
perfect,
like how
isn't
do
it?
they put that in there?
I don't know. It's nice, isn't it? So if you just shut your lid, I'm just gonna dust this on closest to her lower lash line, and then just use what's ever left over to bring up a little bit. But I don't want too much. But I just think shimmer is always necessary. And just dust the rest of it up.
Please just put capital letters. Why aren't we at Coachella?
Use NARS Illuminator. I'm just going to put this on a high points for the face just before I go in with her base. This brush from Primark.
My brush that she's stolen.
I'm just going to use
And I've just noticed that
big end to blend this all in. And always use down strokes with products that like this to keep the hairs flat to your face so you don't get bumps or whatever underneath your base, because you want to look as flawless and smooth as possible.
Like a baby's bottom.
I don't think your face wants to look like a baby's bottom. And then this side.
I can't stop watching that YouTube video of you.
Oh, from when I was younger. I'm using Iconic London in the shade Original. Love this stuff. We're both like jewel over it. It's such a good illuminator. So with the Iconic one, I try to focus more on the area I put it. Sorry.
Sorry?
Make sure there's not an obvious part that it's just like there and not there. Try and blend it seamlessly. So hopefully you're looking like a disco ball at this point.
Glowing.
Glowing to the gods. And make sure the brush you're using doesn't leave any streaks, because that is not a good look.
Yeah, I could actually do with this brush back, couldn't I? It's quite good.
No, I use it all the time. It is a Revolution Concealer and Define. It's so good. I'm using the shade F8.
Look at that.
Just like that.
Look at that.
Go on, gal. And first of all, just putting it on like this. So make sure you're getting onto the ears, because we have pet. And go around the brows. Just like that. And up here, although I like to keep it away from this dark bit under the eye, and just go from the cheekbone downwards. And then go on this side.
Get rid of those spots.
Highlight and foundation, just because it's gonna like blend it in better with the highlight rather than covering it up. That is not what we want. We want to keep it shining through. Now I'm going to go again around the brows. Buff this in, as we do not want any streaks today, sis. I'm going to be your face like this. And once you've done this, we'll go into the neck and make sure we have no lines. But just use what's left on the sponge to bring it into the hairline, just so there's not an obvious colour change from tan to white.
Wearing something, I'll literally wear something high neck just so I don't have to do this part.
Yeah.
Do you?
Save 10 minutes. So what's a really crucial part is this bit here, behind your ear.
Is it?
Everyone forgets that part and it looks awful.
I never do that.
Yeah, when you have a line here, it looks horrible.
That's me.
So bring it right under the jaw.
And then do this as well.
Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called? Supermodel body.
I want some.
It's so good.
It's, how much is it?
Like
it's expensive.
£54, but
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's good though. And you
It's
just,
£54.
you literally
But it's really good.
roll it on
It,
like this, and you'll just be glowing, and it looks amazing. And what I do is just mix it a little bit with foundation just to give the consistency, like that. And shout out to Minnie for telling me about this product. It's a game changer, girls. And it just blends so seamlessly. From Revolution in the same shade, C6.5, and just adding a little bit under the eyes in a kind of a triangle shape to lift the eyes and to cover any blemishes under. So she's gonna wipe her lips again in a minute.
cut that bit out.
And get right on that inner corner here, because we don't want any purple showing. Want that all nice and concealed.
New product alert.
I use RCMA no colour powder, and I need to be so careful with this because it goes everywhere. Little flat bit on it, dust it off, but make sure it's all set in place. Just because I feel like if you're going for a glowy kind of refreshing look, you don't want to look like your cakes with powder, but you don't want to look like you're sweating either. Cakes!
I like to bake.
Cakes! And then just dust that off. Again, down.
Harold's got my dress.
Sorry, her dog is quick, because I don't want it to set too much in your eyes. So again, using downward motions with the powder, so nothing sticks up. Moving your head around.
I know, I don't know why.
What are you doing? Just look at this. Like that. So you're looking all beautiful and highlighted. Spray this, and I feel like it just restores. I know I like it really wet. I feel like it just restores the face. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills, is it contour kit. This is the fair to medium one. No, light to medium. And my Zoeva Luxe Cheek Finish 1, 2, 3 brush. And
1, 2, 3.
And I'm going in with the cooler toned colour in this palette. And so what I do is, if you can feel the bone, her cheekbone's right here, I do not like to go low at all, because that just droops your cheek down. I like to keep it up and high to kind of cup the cheek like this, and keep the product mainly on the end and dust it closer to the mouth, so it's not really intense from the front, because I think it should look more glowy from the front. So don't start with too much, and start from the back here by the ear, right on the cheekbone and below. And then it just keep adding depth to how you like it. And then bring what's left on the brush forward underneath the cheekbone to cup it. Keeping it all in the same direction, so no hairs are moved around or any of the makeup previously applied is disturbed. So I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. This is like a holy grail of mine, the one they had at the start for ages. And I just apply this on top just to give the look more bronze. Because we like a good bronze, don't we, girl?
We love a bronze look.
And then with this, what's literally now, there's hardly anything on the brush. I just put it down here just so it's not a harsh line, because Sasha's not a fan of the harshness. Oh, he's on the part. That's going to be in a different position.
What's this?
Over there. And the same over here. This palette is just a Pool Party Blush Trio. This one in the middle, some like sparkles in it, and then this slightly darker one. And tap off any extra right here on the front of the cheek so you can see when people smile. I'm bringing it back into the bronzer. And this is like such a good product to have in your
Let me see. Liz
Collins.
Liz Collins.
Yeah. So Eva 101 Lux Face Definer, and dust this on the brush and then shake off any extra product and just literally do this. Just keep doing this. And the same over here. And blend it so it just goes all seamlessly together. And the glow is unreal, sis. And on this side. Highlighter. Everyone does that. Just like that. And I'm going to use Blossom Glow and Golden Flower Crown
It's new.
mixed together. Yeah.
It's nice.
With a 129 Lux Fan brush from Zoeva. And just build the glow at the front of her face and dust it backwards and bring it up here. And look at that glow here on the front of her face. And bring it on the high points of her cheekbone. This, it's really hot to see, there you go. And put this on her tip of her nose to draw it in and down the centre of it. Just like that. And using the same brush on her cupid's bow. And right on the inner corners. Now this is just so nice to do, to highlight the inner corners. On the brow bone, like so. Use henna on its own. Sasha doesn't like too much under the eye, so I'm just going to go really close to the waterline for this. What are you laughing
Your
at?
nail was in my nostril because it's so long it was in my nostril.
And you come around here. So connect, so shut your eyes. Connect it up to the eyeshadow on top. Open again. And then just buff it so it's blended and doesn't look too harsh underneath. So we're just going to curl them today. However, if you wanted to go for more of a dramatic, fuller lash, look, let open your eyes a little bit, then you can pop on a pair of lashes. Not hurting.
No.
So I'm using NYX Full Figured Mascara today. This is the most amazing lashes if you want them to just be like enhanced and defined. So make sure you get right to the ends of the lash, because else you're going to miss parts and not show off how. Liner I'm going to use for her lips is NYX in the shade Mauve 831. So Sasha's got beautiful, what's the word? Luscious. Beautiful, luscious lips. I'm just going to outline them with this. Would you like them to go over them or not?
Oh no. Just natural.
Okay, so I'm using Jordana Tikia. I don't know how to say
Does
it.
it matter that the same songs come on again?
No. Lip gloss
Ooh.
in the shade Bon Bon. And this is more of a pink, so I'm just gonna put a light layer of this on first. Same brand lip gloss in the shade Friend Zone, and just put a small amount of this on the outer third. A Peach Please lip gloss shade on the centre, and then put them together.
I like that colour.
Decay all-nighter, so be prepared. And then if you want Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Collarbones, and a little bit on her shoulders.